Fantabulous.
That's my slogan, top of the world. Good. चलो करें बॉस.
One is starting. Yes, Tapan. Okay, keep trying. Okay. All right, let's get started.
Wonderful.
So, welcome to the CDG, the first one in September, hosted by none other than our stalwart Dr. Naren Majithia. And he will push you to the frontiers of success by a top topic today, achieving extraordinary success. Do take notes and note down action points, more importantly. Also, I take this opportunity to welcome Jishnu and Shweta Ramesh to the LMI India family. And with the wish for them, as the theme is today, we wish you extraordinary success in LMI.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and welcome. And we also welcome back Megha Mittal after a brief absence. And welcome back, Megha. So friends, from several interactions I've had, particularly in joint Zoom sales interviews done with several licensees, there appears to be unfreezing of mindsets and economy. And Dilip also just shared his experience when he went out. So things are moving, and it is important that we all must start moving now, purposefully. Find the right target markets, and you'll find people receptive and willing to do our programs. So we have a short poll at the end of today's CDC, and your inputs will be valuable to MLO to add value to what we do in the future. So without further words, I hand over the proceedings to Dr. Naren Majithia.
Hey.
Over to you.
All right. That is my presentation. Okay. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. You see the screen?
No.
No?
Tele wala screen lao na? No.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. You all want to achieve extraordinary success?
Yes.
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 All right. Okay. I hope so. Yeah. You see that here? Okay. You're here for a purpose. There is no duplicate of you in the whole wide world. There never has been. There never will be. You were brought here now to fill a certain need. Take time to think of that over. Right? So what is that uniqueness you are bringing to this world, to LMI? All right. Next one. No one can quiet you without your permission. No one can minimize your self-image but you. No one can open you up and release your full potential but you. Right? This is Brendan Burchard, the book that I just shared with you. Right? So you are the master of your destiny. Yeah, let's look at some. I'm sure you recognize all these guys who have achieved extraordinary success. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, some more. Yeah, Lord Indian. Yeah, those were global. Right. So, you want to achieve extraordinary success, put it in your chat box. Put it in your chat box, yes, no. I can't see the chat box. Yes, okay. How
Good.
many yes?
Everybody is yes, yes, yes,
Everybody is yes. Okay, all right, good. So let's see how to do it. All right. Okay. What does extraordinary success mean to us? What does it mean to you? Anybody wants to share? Unmute yourself and share. What does extraordinary success mean to you? Yes. Who's
Means
going to share?
attaining our goals and getting the rewards we dreamt of.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? What's extraordinary success? If you don't know what extraordinary success is, how do we get it?
Building $1 billion company.
Okay. All right. Good. Anybody else?
Recognition for whatever I am doing.
Sorry?
Recognition for whatever work I am doing.
Okay. All right. Can you be more specific? Recognition as what?
In my field.
Okay. All right. Recognized as what? How do you want to be recognized as?
The person who has achieved the best in my field.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
Oh,
Anybody else?
Can I go ahead? All my participants, clients, and everybody else I come in touch with achieve their dreams and their goals and their passions.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Some pictures you think may be success for us. Okay. Okay. So success requires three things. First of all, what do you want to be? Right? Only Kay said she wants to be recognized, but otherwise, okay. So you can be, what is your identity? What do you want to be? What do you want to have? So what are the possessions that you want? And what is it that you want to do? These could be adventures or whatever other things they are there. Right? So your goals can be in these three areas. Okay? Some things, but mostly to do with have and do. It's difficult to picturize be in the this one. Okay. All right. So how many of us have set goals in terms of what do you want to be? Anybody? Maybe you can put it in the chat box. About other areas, but what do you want to be? How many of us have set goals in what do you want to be? Nobody? Yeah. Okay, Surya Prabha, my PMS is defined. Anybody else? All right. Okay. So what sort of goals do we set? What sort of goals do we set? Should know that by heart. Goals. Yes? Okay, let's analyze this. I'm going to analyze this a little bit more, and this is going to give a slightly different and look at it from different perspective in terms of what stops us achieving extraordinary success, right? Specific is something that we all understand. It has to be clear and you should be able to see a picture of what you want. Measurable also we understand, right? Then we have attainable, realistic and tangible. Okay, tangible or targeted. Now I have changed the color of two words, attainable and realistic. Yeah. Anybody share why this is so? These are the two. Yes. Yes.
Attainable and realistic means these are the key things which will drive you, because
Okay.
somebody would achieve this goal so that you can visualize from there, so you can feel confidence and you can attain it. Again,
Yeah.
same factor of realistic, because you are able to do some kind of normal way of doing it. We can do it. That feeling we will get. That's why these two
Okay.
things.
Okay. Yeah. To my mind, these are the two areas which stop us achieving extraordinary success, right? And our assessment of what is attainable and what is realistic is what stops us achieving extraordinary success. Let's go into detail. Look at, okay. Right. So let's talk about, this is about mediocrity. Oops, sorry. Did we lose it? Yeah. Okay. How do I get a girl to date me? Just tell her why you like her, right? Oh, you are only moderately attractive and therefore you seem attainable. See what definition of attainable? Yes? Okay, all right. Now, so what does attainable mean? What exactly does it mean? It's been defined as able to be achieved, accomplished, or obtained. Right? Okay. Now, able to be achieved. How do we decide that this is able to be achieved? First of all, we look at it, what is it that we have achieved? Isn't it? Or what we can achieve. Or maybe even next step could be what somebody else has achieved. So we said if somebody else has achieved it, we can also achieve it. Right? But that is the limiting point of it. Right? You have real thing is, and the goal is achieve something which nobody has achieved. That is a real achievement. That is extraordinary success, isn't it?
Yeah.
Achieving what somebody else has achieved is not extraordinary success. Achieving something that nobody has achieved, that is extraordinary success. Right? So this attainable is the word which makes us weak. Because we think, yeah, it's attainable. Nobody has done it. I mean, you know, people have done it. I think I should be able to do it. It is something within which is attainable. Right? The other word is realistic. Right? So what does realistic mean? Realistic is defined as able to see things as they are and to deal with them in a practical way. Right? Again, there's a lot of subjectivity in this also. Able to see things as they are. Right? So it's our perception, the way we see things as they are. Okay? And it is based on what is real rather than what is wanted or hoped for. Now, what is real again is from our perspective. The actual perspective of reality is something totally different. Going to the moon was not considered to be realistic. Going to the Mars was not considered to be realistic. What happened? Was that a realistic goal when John F. Kennedy in I think 54 or something, he said that in the next 10 years, let us put a man on the moon. Was that a realistic goal? Nobody had gone there. It was not a realistic goal. But nobody had gone there. Yes? Okay? So it is sensible and appropriate. When we say sensible, this is an area where we can hide. Right? These are all areas where we can hide. It is sensible. Is it sensible? It has to be insensible. It has to be something which nobody has done. You have to be crazy to achieve extraordinary success. Right? Then only you can achieve it. Right? Now, yesterday in the LMI WhatsApp, Anand put a thing about goals. Yes? How many of you have read it? All of you have read that? thing that he has put in the goal, in the WhatsApp chat, right? And he talks about, and that particular post talks about realistic, and it's an example of a guy who thinks that I will become a director, in the next 1 year, 6 months. I don't remember the exact time frame that he has given. Now, the goal is okay, that he wants to become a director. There is nothing wrong with it. What is wrong? The time frame is wrong, right? That is why it is unrealistic. But the goal itself, becoming director, is perfectly all right. So he can have a long-term goal. It can be a 10-year, 12-year vision of his, that I want to become that. But my first step is to go to the next level, right? So that is the way it is. But we don't, we cut ourselves down there. Let's look at what is realistic. Is it the end point? We share you about the end point. In this case, the example given in that post, endpoint is a realistic endpoint, right? Sometimes, but the endpoint of Kennedy was unrealistic. Today, people are talking of going to Mars, right? The way internet is working and the way we are talking, people, not only India, but all over the globe, as one time was something that was unimaginable, right? So, things, extraordinary success requires you to think of something which is crazy, which is mad, which is something that nobody has done, right? You can't be sensible. You can't be reasonable. You can't be rational about it. Large companies like Amazon and Jeff Bezos are setting now unrealistic goals, not realistic goals, right? And the way they are growing is crazy. Okay, the time frame, right? We can have an unrealistic time frame. That's a different part. Then, when we decide whether it is realistic or not, what are the assumptions when we set that goal that makes us believe that this is realistic? What are the assumptions about ourselves, our own abilities, what we can achieve or what we cannot achieve? And all our abilities then define that realism. And then we don't think of about improving our abilities, our capabilities of what is it that we can do. Right? That's the next one. Assumption about our own abilities. Right? We know what it is, right? But we do not then focus. Okay, if this is my limitation, what is it that I need to do to overcome this particular limitation on my ability? What can I do? That is what comes to your B goals, right? We want to buy a house. We want $1 million in a bank or whatever it is, right? But those are of no consequence unless first you decide what is it that you want to be. What is your identity? That is your self-image. That is something that has to change first. And unless that changes, nothing will happen. Okay? Most of us today remain in our comfort zone, including me. Right? We've been in the comfort zone. We don't want to get out, right? Why I want to go out in the heat so many days, right? I know when I joined LMI in 2001, I had a small Maruti, non-AC, no power steering car, right? And 10 months in Gujarat are hot, starting from March to March to perhaps November, December, 9 to 10 months, right? And twice or 3 times a week, I used to drive myself Ankleshwar. It used to take about 2 hours at that time, 2.5 hours, right? And meet 5, 6, 7, 8 people every time I went there. In the heat, right? All that, did that, right? So, but now I've got into my comfort zone. It's something I cannot do because I'm used to AC car. I'm used to power driven. I'm used to driver. If my driver does not come, I don't drive. I don't go. Right? So we all are in our comfort zone. We need to decide what is that comfort zone I'm in that is not making me move. Right? And we talked about this, something nobody has achieved so far. We don't think in terms of that unless we do that, it is not extraordinary success. Right? And this is what leaves us at mediocrity. That's what Paul J. Myers has said so much in the Attitude is Everything program. All of you have done that program, isn't it? What does he say about mediocrity? That's the life we live. And because we said mediocre, because we are afraid to fail. Because we fear blame. I think, what did people will say? If I set a goal of such a goal and if I don't achieve it, what will people say? Right? What will my family say? What will my friends say? What will my colleagues say? Right? The next one is something people don't understand, fear of success. If I am successful, I have to make more effort to remain that level. Right? And if I don't want to make that effort, I say, chodo na, kya karna? Right? What I have is okay, I'm comfortable with what it is, I don't want to do any more. So I don't want more success. That's also a reason why we said mediocre. Itna ho gaya, both ho gaya. I don't want to achieve anything more than this. Right? Lack of belief in yourself, you don't believe you're capable, and you want to be in your comfort zone. Okay. All right, I will stop here for a while. I'll stop this presentation and I want interaction now with all you guys to tell me give your sorry, in my Zoom. Oh, why am I not able to get out of this?
Sure.
Stop share. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I want your preliminary comments on what has been done. Does it make sense or I am talking bullshit? Please tell me. Am I talking bullshit or does this make sense to you? Yes. Comments.
Narayan, what you pointed out is good. You defined extraordinary where nobody has gone before.
Yeah.
Distinction between goals and very high level goals and extraordinary goals. So I think that was good. And also made a point that we keep hiding under being sensible and doing sensible things. And also things like self-image, comfort zones, fears and beliefs. So I think if one wants extraordinary success, you have to look beyond into the horizons.
Yeah.
That is my take on it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Yes. Anybody else? Tell me, did it make sense or it was all bullshit?
So it absolutely makes sense in Naren Saab.
Okay.
And most of the, all of us, like you said yourself also, all of us fall into the trap of getting into one of these at different times in our lives. The comfort zone happens. Many a time we take it easy, and once we have achieved some position or some place, we say enough is enough. I think whatever you said is absolutely relevant, especially the questions you asked in the end. The answer to this is a big loud yes, at least from me. I want my income to grow 10 times. I want my activity to be 10 times more. I want to look at prioritizing and seeing where I can come out of my comfort zone. Absolutely true, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good, Surya. Yeah, anybody else? Yeah. Who else is shaken up?
Yeah, Hariharan here, I feel the same because when you have these extraordinary goals and you try to do extraordinary success thinking, even if it somewhere you are not able to achieve, at least you reach to a normal level. But always your mindset should be to get into the extraordinary level, because that will drive you to do the success. So that thinking has to be there. Yes, you will over a period of time of your career, you start working, then you feel that, oh, this is the time I should get into the comfort zone. Yes, you should do revisit your way you should think, you should work, and make sure that you get into the real top gear and start working to ensure that that extraordinary success we are working for that, not in terms of just words, but it's also in the action.
Okay.
Naren, this is Som Chakravarti here.
Yes, Sumita.
In the corporate world, we are actually fashioned to get into the sense and sensibilities, and it comes to stay in our mindset. And doing out of the box, the craziness is impossible to think of. So that's a very important point you've touched on. And I think this would need a lot of self-belief to change over here. So your ideas are perfectly right in the right direction. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good point. You see, but there are companies like Google or Altasin. What they do, they ask their people to get yourself in a corner, spend one day thinking about new ideas. Doesn't matter what it is. Stop, just think about new ideas. What is it that you are going to do which has not happened so far? Right? And that's why that company is growing. And would you say Elon Musk is a sensible guy?
Very good.
Crazy guy. So was that Virgin Atlantic guy, crazy guy. Right? But they achieved things. But we don't want to be crazy. We don't want to be mad. We don't want people to laugh at our goals.
The killer.
True.
Isn't it? Yeah. So we are happy with where we are. So who wants to go become mad? Okay, I see 3-4 hands raised. Yes. Anybody else? Any comments? Amin.
Yeah. One more, Naren.
Ah.
ऊपर खुदा नीचे जमीन बीच में मेरा जन्म.
Ah. Correct. Amin, your comments. I'm looking for some criticism.
Amin.
I don't criticize, I only critique.
No, criticize me. Whatever, critique in the sense that, yeah. So I want a critique. I want a critique, right?
Okay, I think it was good. We
Ah.
all in our comfort zones. The thing is, we are not prepared to get out of it, and only we can get out of it. Nobody can help us to get out of it.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows this, and we still remain in the comfort zone. Take my own
Do
example.
we really know it? I mean, we know it, but we don't. Okay, some of us know it, but I'm not sure everybody knows
No,
it.
I'm saying everybody knows.
How many of you are thinking that you need to be crazy to achieve extraordinary success?
I agree.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we don't know. We think, yeah, it's okay. We can achieve like this.
No, I'm saying about being crazy is one thing. The first thing is comfort zone.
Comfort zone, yeah.
Again, one more thing, Naren. We don't have to think of Elon Musk or anyone like that. What we have to do is compare ourselves with our potential. What Elon Musk is, you can't become. Okay?
Agreed. Yeah, but can you increase your potential?
Hello. Now, if you're asking me to critique, please let me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Tell me. Sorry. I should not have interrupted. I should not have interrupted. Apologies.
Can I go ahead now?
Yeah.
Can I go ahead now?
Yes, go.
So I am saying that we have to understand that we are all, when I say all, I mean most of us, especially me, okay? I'm always in my comfort zone. And I want everyone to understand that there is no growth in the comfort zone, okay? And there's no comfort in the growth zone. We should start getting into the growth zone.
Absolutely.
And we'll automatically achieve bigger things than what we have achieved till today.
Absolutely.
That would be extraordinary for each individual for himself.
Right. Absolutely.
Because if you consider that I want to be like Elon Musk and you are nowhere near that, then you start feeling depressed. You start feeling that you are inadequate. You are not enough. As I always say, I never compare myself with anyone, and I would request everyone, never ever compare yourself with anyone. If you want to compare yourself with anyone, compare yourself with your own potential. have I used my God-given potential? So once you do that, you get out of a comfort zone. But most people are, comfort zone because we are complacent, content, chalta hai, itna hai bas hai. If you are satisfied with it, nothing can happen. No amount of motivation helps. This is what I've been telling again and again, which I said in my last session also. You should work on your mindset obsessively.
Yeah, that's your personal growth. You have to grow personally. You have to grow as a person. Yes.
Junoon.
Yep.
नहीं है हमारे में। आगे बढ़ेगा। ठीक है, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks Amin, thanks a lot. Yeah, the only giving examples is make them role model, but still not comparison. They're a role model. They have achieved something we can also achieve in our own area, right? But as you rightly said, we have to keep on using our potential or to see how we can use more of our potential, right? Learn, abilities, improve, all that. Yes, anybody else? Anybody else?
Naren, can I come in?
Absolutely, why not?
You have beautifully defined what is extraordinary success. And my take would be, in order to achieve the extraordinary success, you need to convert your dreams into extraordinary goals, and also have an extraordinary mindset, extraordinary self-image as well. So it's the entire chain. It's not only setting the extraordinary goals, but it's the entire chain, entire process, which has to be extraordinary in every day. What we do, whatever we think, in our thought process, in our attitude, it has to be extraordinary in every day, in every sense, and hence that would help us achieving extraordinary success. That would be my take.
Good one. Yeah. Any other comments? Otherwise, we move ahead. No one?
Yeah, I put it in the chat box, Naren sir.
Sorry?
I put it in the chat box. What I said was, one of the reasons we don't leave the beaten path is also our own conditioning.
Absolutely.
Like Soumendra was telling, when corporate life, you are used to think in a particular way. Like, of course, you said examples where people think outside the box. That is also a reason why we have been conditioned to think like that. I, for one, I never try to think crazy at all. So that's something, a new thing I've learned today. Maybe a little bit of craziness, like Amin sir said, within your own potential, look for it. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful.
Naren, I want to make some comments.
Yes, Shriya.
You have to be crazy in the longer term, but in the very short term, let's say a quarter, whatever it is, you have to be more realistic. Otherwise, you lose your motivation.
Okay.
Your short-term goals have got to be a path to your long-term craziness.
So are we going to get some crazy goals for next year?
Yes, of course.
Are we going to set some crazy goals for next year? 2021?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have the time to do that exercise, but please start thinking about what is that crazy goal you're going to set for next year. Yeah. Okay, good. Anand, I think he missed it a little bit, but Anand is still there. Anand, you want to say anything?
Naren,
Yeah. Yes, Hiru.
what PS Rao is saying is that it's not a good idea to set crazy goals because it can be demotivated, because you never get there and you get demotivated, so you won't even achieve normal goals. What do you say to that?
You see, that's the way we look at it. Again, it's remaining in your comfort zone. The same thing. Thomas Alva Edison did 1,000 experiments. His goal was crazy. He had done something nobody had done before, and he wanted to do an electric bulb. Now he could have said, "Okay, I will make an electric bulb after 3 years or 5 years." But he says, "No, I'm going to make it now." It took him 1,000 trials to make that bulb, right? And at that time, people told him, "Oh, what sort of a scientist are you? Useless scientist. You don't know. You can't make a bulb." Right? And he said, "Look, I know 1,000 ways how not to make a bulb." And he made that bulb. Right? So You can, so after 3 months again, we can say, okay, maybe after another 3 months, I'll set crazy goals. I don't know.
So
right?
keep on the track. Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
saying keep on the track.
can you start now? You may not achieve it, right? I'm not saying you're going to achieve crazy goal first time through. You're not. Unlikely, but there is a lot of work has to be done.
So then I have one observation. Can I come in?
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, I think it is just not that one has set extraordinary high goal that there is that fear of failure. The goal, there has to be passion within you to drive you to action and relentless pursuit of that goal. Only then that extraordinary will happen. So we should not stay only at the point of setting goals and the fear of not setting goals. There has to be that, Paul Marx says, burning desire.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, that's what we said. We don't do it because of failure. I'll not achieve my goal. Doesn't matter. Nothing, heavens have not fallen if you don't achieve your goal.
Cannot desire overcome that inaction. That is.
Has it fallen down? Right? So long as you are true to yourself. Look, I set a goal. I worked towards it. I didn't achieve it. Now let me find out what are the reasons I didn't achieve that goal. What is it that I did do wrong? What are the things I did right? What is it that I do wrong? And what am I going to do next year to make sure that I achieve that goal? Right? It's a continuous process of
Naren,
self-improvement.
what I was pointing out was that this is something which, when I did the recruitment class last year, and this is LMI discovery and Paul Marx discovery, he said that when people are not achieving what they've set out to achieve, we often mistake that their skill set is too low. And we get them into reskilling and training and stuff like that. He said the cold fact is their activity level is too low. And that is one of the, even if you set extraordinary goals, where you will fail is lack of activity. That is one comment I'd like to add.
Yeah. Okay.
So what it all boils down to is one simple word, which is our patent, which is Goya.
Yeah.
If you don't get out your ass, you can do nothing in life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's come to that. Let me.
Hello. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Including even setting goals. You have to first do Goya to set your goals. Everything is Goya. In short, everything is Goya. Goya. Yeah.
Done. Okay.
The other word I use is KYRIG. Kick your rear into gear. If you don't do this every morning, then you will be in your comfort zone. Then you will never have any crazy ideas.
Yeah.
Because you're not kicking your rear into gear. Do that every day. That's it. Finished. Everything comes from there. और कुछ नहीं है सब.
Okay.
I don't know how many of you agree. If you agree, put it there. Agree.
Agreed.
I think we need to look. I think we need to look at the factors which keep us in our comfort zone. It could be called reluctance. It could be thinking that.
In other words, whatever may be the factor, if you still want to be in that comfort zone, if you don't want to do Goya, you will remain where you are.
Yes.
If
So
you do Goya, you get out of it. So even thinking about what I should do, why am I not successful? Why am I successful? Why am I not successful? Even that requires Goya.
Goya is
requires
required.
Goya. Yes
I
or no?
agree. Goya is required, but Goya won't happen if there are certain things which are stopping you from getting out of that comfort zone, like call reluctance or market is bad.
That is what is there. Fear of failure, fear of success.
Yes, there's so many factors.
And nothing else.
So we need to get to the bottom of that if we want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, each one has to find out what is stopping him. What are the areas in which he is in comfort zone? What are the areas in which he need to work on, and then move on to that. Okay. Okay. Let me share the screen again. Start again. Okay. We go to the nitty-gritty now. Okay. You see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We talk about this. So this could be an action that you start now. You have to start thinking about your next year goals today, right? Not think about it in December or January. Start thinking about it now. Start working. What is it that you're going to prepare for to achieve that goal? All right. Yeah. What would you want to achieve if you could achieve 10 times what you have set out to do? Surya talked about 10 times the goal. What are the actions that you would take? Right? So now, and this another aspect, are the goals in alignment what you want to be, have and do? Right? Is it something that really, that's where passion comes in. Is it alignment? Is it in alignment? Right? If it is not in alignment, you will get into your comfort zone. Right? So this is a question each one has to ask himself, is this something that really I love and enjoy doing? All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So what are the things we need to do to achieve these goals? Right? First one is you need to change some habits. Whether it is called reluctance, picking up phone and talking to somebody, right? The other habit is analyzing every call of yours. We will come to that. Chalo. Old habits, new habits. Right? What are the behavior changes that you want to make in yourself? And what are the actions that you're going to take? Okay? Now, right? So these are the things you need to look at it. When you talk about being realistic, you cover your self-image, your attitudes, your belief, skills, abilities, and finances. Somebody says, "Oh, I don't have the money, so I can't do all this." Right? Maybe some goal that you may have, and you says, "Okay, I don't have the money, so it doesn't happen." Missed something. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Right. So this is just why mediocrity again, poor attitude and philosophy, no accountability. I am not accountable to even myself. Complacency or comfort zone, some of the things that we are complaining, victim zone and looking for reasons and blaming. They're looking for excuses, right? Lack of authentic feedback, right? This is very important, right? When we go on a sales call, what happens, right? And we come back. If we go on our own, we review it, what happened, what's right, what's wrong. But you are looking at it from your perspective, and you normally what we tend to do, we blame the prospect, right? I remember when Ashok and when I joined Ashok in the business, we used to go on joint calls for sales, right? And one of us used to take charge, the other one used to observe. And coming back, first thing we would do, we would spend 15, 20 minutes, half an hour reviewing the call. What we did right, what we did wrong, right? And what are the areas that we could improve on, right? I remember one case where Ashok did a call with a very, very large company. And there was a new guy they had got as an HR head, and we're talking to him. And the HR, there was the difference was between when it would be started, right? And and because of that, it didn't get through. When we came back, we reviewed it, and I shared with Ashok. I think this is the thing we got stuck on, or when they should get started, right? So that's an area which we didn't clearly understand about, and things like that, right? And Ashok got another call with him and got a group of 16. So we used to review, we used to decide for ourselves what is the area that we need to improve on, right? What we missed, what we did right, what we did wrong. And it is a process of continuous learning. You cannot become you cannot become a master at sales in 1 day or 10 days. It is practice, 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 and keep on learning from what you are doing. If you have a buddy, please take him with you all the time, right? And let him give you feedback, genuine feedback. So low expectation. It has to be genuine feedback. It has not to be, yeah, it was good, right? I had another colleague with him. Moment we asked him all that, he said, yeah, it was good. There was no what was good, what was not good, what could have been better, nothing whatsoever, right? That doesn't help, right? You should be ready to listen to criticism about yourself, what you did wrong, ready to learn and ready to grow. That is the process of growth. There's no growth otherwise. You said the other is, okay, next one, low expectations, poor reward systems. You've got some bad influence, poor ethics and values, won't get something for nothing, poor self-leadership, right? Don't live by your values and ethics, lack of commitment, crave acceptance, think you are a know-it-all, apathy, की फर्क पैंदा, पंजाबी बोलते हैं ना की फर्क पैंदा, right? Yeah, when you think you are fooling the world, you are only fooling yourself. You can't fool the world, right? And then mediocrity becomes a habit with us. All right. Right? To achieve something exceptional, extraordinary, you must by definition do something few or no other people are going or willing to do. That's the definition of extraordinary success. If you do something which nobody is willing to do, you get success. All right. Okay. So the main important thing is, now you may set a goal, but it is important for activity. What is the activity level, right? You cannot set a goal and then say, I've set a fantastic goal, I've set an unreachable goal or a crazy goal, right? But then you need to get activities levels, right? So let's look at a brief video. I'll not show the full of it. Rest is not very important.
Naren?
That's all. Okay. Okay. Rest is all publicity. He's selling himself. So.
Naren, we can't see anything. What is up?
Did you see the audio video? Did you see the video?
No.
No, Naren, we didn't see anything.
Did you hear anything?
Nothing.
No.
We didn't see nor hear.
Oh shit!
I didn't see or hear anything.
I don't know why it didn't come. I put a link with this one, and I don't know why it didn't come. Okay. What I'll do is, we don't want to, what I'll do is, I will send the video.
Okay.
Okay. Right? To Ashok, and then he'll forward it to everybody. Is that okay?
All right.
Yeah, I'll send the link so that you can look at it. Right? Okay. So basically, it's a video by a guy called Grant Cardone, who has written a book called The 10x Action. Right? So you need to do 10 times the action to get 10 times the success. Right? Read that book. And he talks about what action you need to do to get extraordinary success. Okay, so I'll send that. Okay, so we'll talk about that extraordinary success. Let me share the presentation again. Okay, can you see it now?
No.
Activity level.
So
Yeah, you
just
can
keep
see it.
slide only.
Yeah, it's just activity level. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, that is, I put a link to this, to the video. I thought it would come. It came on my PC, but it didn't come on the Zoom for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to investigate. But let's move on. Okay, so let's talk about activity. Now, what is it? What is, we all have, these are some sample things, what sort of things can happen. For every 90 dials, you get one sale. Right? These are some studies people have done. Sales to contacts, 23 contacts you make out of these 90 dials, you get one sale. So that it comes down to 23 out of 19. Then sales to appointment, 23 contacts out of you guys contact, and 1 will give you an, okay, and sales to appointments, right? So every 7 appointments, you'll get one sale, right? Sales to openings, so every 6 openings, you'll get one sale. And sales asked to buy, one sale for every 5 asked to buy, right? If you want 100 sales, you guess how many appointments you need to have? Are we doing those appointments? Right? Your ratio will be different. This is some typical ratio. Each one would have a ratio. A man has a ratio of 1 to 1. He calls 1, he meets 1, and he sells 1. Right? But most of others, we meet 5 people and maybe 1 gets converted. We meet 10 people and maybe 1 gets converted. New guys would have a lower ratio, and it will improve over a period of time. But then activity level has to come down. If 9 says the 10th, only if you do the 10th one, the chances of success are there. Right? You can't say, okay, nobody is saying us. What is the use? Right? Your levels of activity cannot stop. Okay. The other thing that we need to do is that we need to ask ourselves questions. Right? We say rather than to ask questions. What would happen if you ask yourself the following questions? What can I do to increase my sales activity? Anybody has asked this question to himself? I don't know. What can I do to improve my skills during sales calls? How can I improve my closing skills? There might be a lot of other questions. I've just put 2 or 3 that came to my mind. Just give you an example. I want you also to think that what are the questions you are going to ask yourself every day, because research has shown if you keep on asking your mind question again and again, it will give you solutions. It will find solutions for you. Sleep on those questions and you will get some ideas. Right? But what do we do? I've done so many sales calls, still I have not got a single sale. Right? So Question is, what do I need to do to get a sale? I'm doing sale calls, but I'm not getting a sale. So what is it that I need to do to get a sale? Right? But we are looking for a reason. We're looking for an excuse why the sale has not taken place. Okay? Well, that comes to an end. You don't have to be great to start, right? But you have to start to be great. So get started. Goya, right? Be happy but never satisfied, right? So actually, I think Paul Meyer has used the word in AIE, inspirational discontent. I have a little disagreement with that word, because you have to be contented, but you have to be dissatisfied, right? Contentment is absolutely required. What is not required is satisfaction. The moment you are satisfied, that's what this also says, you be happy but never be satisfied, right? Inspirational discontent, that's why it has to be inspirational dissatisfaction. Right? Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one will go. If you don't risk going too far, you will never know how far you can go, what your potential is. You must be afraid to dream a little bigger. All right, I think that completes my presentation. Thank you for patient hearing and giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. I'm sorry if it has woken you up or it is getting out of your comfort zone, but I thought that was something which was required. Thank you.
So,
yeah, Ashok has now some poll to take.
Okay.
If there are any questions, you can ask questions. Otherwise, Ashok
So let's briefly ask everybody if there's any question. Please come up. We can field 2 or 3 questions. Well done, sir. Naren.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Naren.
Thanks, Kate.
I'll run the poll.
Thank you, Naren. Well done. Well done, Naren.
Yeah, no, we'll come to the thank you after the poll.
Okay, great.
We'll give a big standing approval. So,
waiting for Hiru's comments also.
Yeah.
Super show, Naren, and not unexpected. I think what you have done is that you have taken the thinking to a new level and sort of challenged people to not be even afraid of where they are at, which they are, a lot of them, but how to get way beyond the normal state of growth and development and think very big and extraordinary to become unique. So that's a real sort of drive towards thinking really big that you have come up with through this session that you've done with us. Thank you.
Let's give a big hand, all of us, right now. Very well done.
Okay, if there are any questions, you can have questions. Otherwise, Ashok can take over with the poll. Any questions, queries?
All right, let's move on to the polls. We have on the 11th of October, the national CDC going. And the other day on the Friday bash, somebody says, "Acha, 3 din ka CDC hai, ye kitna hai?" So we planned something which is 4 p.m. to around 7:30. And uske baad mein we'll have drinks. There are people who want to stay on, have a bit of fellowship. Welcome to stay on. But at Hiru's suggestion, I thought it would be a good idea that we ask everybody what they think. So these are polls related to what we should be doing for the national CDC. And the second poll is on topics of interest, so that in future CDCs, whether we add on some sessions in the national CDC or have monthly CDC thereafter. It will give us some idea and help MLO to fine tune it better. So here goes. This is the first poll. I'm polling it now. So please put in your responses. Right. So we have just 2 people who got started. Yeah, they're coming now. They're coming fast. Come on, please add. Come on, there are few, 2 or 3 left out. So, all right, I will display the results just now, but we seem to have overwhelmingly 4 p.m. to 7:15. We have some mild support for two-day one, and a single person also wouldn't mind a 2-day CDC. But I'm ending the polling and I'm going to share the results. So here they are. Can you see the results?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll move on to the next poll. So I think this is fairly definitive. Let me launch the other poll. This is the second poll, and it is very simple. We have what are of interest to you of these topics. Future CDC sessions. Keep them coming. All right, quickly, one more. All right, I'll be sharing the results. So this is what it looks like. Can you see it? So digital prospecting is the hot favorite, and hopefully we'll have something on that also. Thank you for your inputs. I'll end the polling now. And again, would like to thank Naren for a super session. And he's pointed out that we need both to be a dreamer as well as a doer. And for the doing, I think if each one of us very honestly at the end of each day asks, did I do an honest job today? Did I put in those HPAs in today? You need nobody else to give you any feedback. This is the single question you should ask yourself as you go forth. Every evening ask yourself, did I honestly work the day? Did I do what I could have done? Was there idle time I spent today? I think if you ask yourself for a week or 10 days, your subconscious will start pushing you and you'll start accelerating. Thank you so much. Hiru, would you like to end?
I would like to ask Naren whether he would be willing to mentor 2 people to achieving extraordinary success through right now online communications. And I would like to have everyone send a message to him saying if they would like him to mentor them. And I would like him to then pick 2 people, preferably 1 lady and 1 guy, whom he mentors, if he's willing to do it. Naren, first to you.
I can consider. Yeah.
So are you saying that yes, because what I'm saying is they should all, whoever wants to be mentored, but you should ask you and then you pick 2. Are you saying yes, that's
Yes.
okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, Naren. So whoever wants to be mentored by Naren, the objective is to how to achieve extraordinary success. And he will guide you through whatever methods of communication established that suits both the people. And I'm requesting Naren to pick 1 lady and 1 guy for that. Okay. Thank you so much, Naren. Thanks for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be ending the session now. Bye-bye, everybody. And thanks for coming. And we'll look forward to a super session next time on the 25th of September.
Thank you, Naren. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Naren.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naren.
Thank
for a
you.
super
Thank
session,
you.
Naren.
Thank you. Wonderful,
Thanks.
sir. Thank you very much.
Right, I'm going to close the session now. Thanks. Have a great day.